I am here at the Clinton Global Initiative. It is September 9th, 2022, and all of the climate commitment makers are here today to share with our audience what their commitments are. And I'm so excited to have from water.org, Vedika Bhandarkar, who is going to tell us a little bit more about her history, and water.org. Please share it for our audience.
Hi, Shweta. So nice to be here. Thank you for having me here. So I work for this amazing organization called water.org. We're a not-for-profit, exclusively focused on enabling access to safe water and safely managed sanitation for those living at the base of the economic pyramid. So we're a 32-year-old organization. We work in 11 countries across Asia, Africa, and Latin America.
That's fantastic. And so what brought you to CGI? How did this relationship happen? What is the commitment you're making here today?
Sure. So before I get to the commitment, I want to speak for a couple of minutes about what we do. So, we really focused on what's broken here in terms of what stops people from getting access to safe water and sanitation. And one of our conclusions is what people do know what solutions they want, but often they lack the upfront capital, which is needed to solve and get the solution that they want. So they end up paying huge amounts, either in terms of real costs. So think of people who are paying 15 to 25% of their income to get access to safe water, or they pay huge amounts in terms of coping costs. So that's the financial problem that we exist to solve. So what we do is we partner with financial institutions all across the world, and we enable them, we coax them to give small loans to people that need either a tap at
Fantastic.
home or a toilet. And in this way, we've reached close to 50 million people now, and our partners have cumulatively lent close to $4 billion. Making almost 11 million loans. So this is a bottom-up sort of approach. But why are we here? So we said, while this is great, we really need to approach this also from the top down. What do I mean by that? So if we look at infrastructure, right, and if we look at the water utilities or the wastewater treatment plants, they're not really connecting to the people living in informal settlements. So people living in informal settlements are not either getting served or are underserved. And why is that? The reason is a lot of these infrastructure providers are not bankable themselves. So the commitment we're going to make is we'll work with the infrastructure providers along with our sister organization called Water Equity, which is an asset manager. And in this way, we will reach 100 million people in the next few years.
Fantastic.
Building up a portfolio of $1 billion in infrastructure assets.
That's fantastic. That is a solid commitment. Thank you for sharing that with us. Thank you for committing to that. Based on this, it sounds like, obviously your organization is really aggressively working towards solving this particular aspect of the ripple effects, the impacts of the planet warming, right? Increasing lack of access to water and water scarcity issues, right? So despite all of that, do you still think we will be able to overcome this climate crisis? Are these solutions going to be enough to really see through a future that is more equitable, more breathable, where we actually come out of it better on the other side? How do you feel?
So I am more the glass half full rather than half empty, and I am an optimist, and I will say to you, yes, we can. In fact, it is our mission as an organization that we will help enable every person in this world to get access to safe water and sanitation in our lifetimes. So there isn't that much time left. And the reason I'm optimistic is because there's so many players now coming together. It's not a problem that can be solved by any one particular actor, and it needs all the stakeholders to work together. So whether it's the governments, whether it's corporates, whether it's philanthropic foundations, asset managers, financial institutions, and not-for-profits like us. The good news is over the last several years, I've seen people coming together and really acting on it with urgency. So yes, I do think it
I
can be
love that.
solved.
Thank you. Thank you. That's the energy we need, right? We need to be able to have that hopeful outlook to be able to mobilize people to action. And you're saying you've seen all of these players, and you are from such a unique vantage point where you really are seeing good people really making an effort. So who of these good people or persons, organizations, companies even, would you like to shout out? So that's something we do as part of the We Don't Have Time platform. What we do is we give climate love to organizations, individuals, companies that are doing a good job, that we can get behind and support in terms of accelerating their climate solutions. So besides water.org, who would you like to share some climate love with?
Okay. So can I cheat a bit and give you two?
Yes, you
So,
absolutely can.
First of all, I want to give climate love to the millions and millions of people who we serve. People are facing this climate crisis every day. They're living through it, and they're finding their own solutions. And the second is I want to send climate love to this great organization we work with called Isla Urbana. They work in Mexico, and they work on building rainwater harvesting systems at an affordable cost for households. And we are partnering with them in Mexico City, and it's just amazing what they're doing.
That's awesome. We will find them. We will make sure that they heard the climate love from you, and we'll send them climate love through our community as well. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time and all that you were doing.
Thank you, Sweta. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely.